Whether it's from abuse or extended use, flex-head ratchets tend to go limp eventually. Wah. I will show you a stupid simple way to tighten them back up, just like new, so they can keep it up all night long. Some flex-head ratchets have actual detent positions that the ratchet clicks into. This is not one of those. These Harbor Freight ratchets just hold their position through friction. There is a small washer on one side that provides some spring force outwards on the forks of the handle. If we use a feeler gauge, we can compare the fit of these two, this one being the Super Flop. On the one that is tight, I can almost work in there. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of get a 11th thou shim in there, or 11th thou feeler leaf in there. On the floppy one, it just slides right in there. Actually, you can get all the way up to about 15 thou blade in there. That's where it gets about as tight as the 11th thou was in this one. Which means we're probably, this guy's loose by about 4 thou, and that's why it's floppy. There's no friction in there. I mean, there's 4 thousandths of play side to side in this head unit that allows it to flip-flop all over the place. I'll spare you the details of disassembly. If you can't get this far on your own, then you've got more important problems than floppy ratchets. Now, this is that spring washer that I mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if the problem is that this washer flattens out or if it's that the forks spread out. But the important thing is that the joint itself isn't tight enough to provide any friction to prevent the head from flopping. What we need is some thin material that we can put in there to tighten the joint up. Why, yes, Citizens One, I am very interested in your loan offer. It could be pretty handy. Alright, we got our shim. Let's see how it works. God. This is impossible to do on camera. Oh, this should show that it's working. It's tight now. Once you got it lined up, you just stab it through the paper. And tighten it back up. Voila! She's fixed. The head still moves, and it moves just like it did new. Nice and smooth, holds its position, easily fights gravity. It's actually a little bit stiffer, I think, than it was new, but not, I mean, it's not at all hard to move. It's easy. So there you go. A super easy fix for a floppy ratchet. If you want something that won't swell from water or oil, you might want to use a small circle cut from an aluminum can, but it doesn't get much easier than a paper shim. Depending on how floppy your ratchet is and the particular ratchet, you may need to double up your paper or use a thicker paper or even a thinner paper. So if your ratchet can't keep it up, Try this simple trick before you throw it at your tool truck driver or make your pilgrimage back to the China store.